Hi, I'm Ooi Ying Shian. In this video, I'm going to talk about my investigation in the musical theater industry. How commonly a project starts with a writer and having a chance to showcase and test run to meet a like-minded producer, and after scaling up, having a chance to collaborate with a publishing company. I'll go through the copyright, the ownership, and also the royalties between the collaborators, and a study case for Fuse composer who has started from a small and a raw project and having a chance to meet producer and slowly building up their road to a prolific profile. To easily get familiar with the industry, we could treat the musical work as a product or a material to get negotiated between writer, producer, and the agencies. It all starts with the first hand, which is the writer, who includes composers, lyrics, book writer, script writer, whoever wrote the raw material from the start. Producers stand as a one who managed to branches out the connection to further develop and getting license from the writer to produce the work. Licensing agency comes in when the work is being scaled and being welcomed to the audience, having a potential to measure out for worldwide, for a widened audience. Licensing agency manage the performance right for professional and amateur production worldwide, which when the work is allowing other school and college or other theater production to having a license to reproduce or to revive the work. Jason Robert Brown with his longtime collaborator Daisy Prince being her director for his musical. Their first show, Song of the New World. 3 years of preparation with difficulties back and forth, and a final they came out with a theatrical song cycle. The opening song, The New World, is a strong and brave melodic with a welcoming atmosphere for the audience. It has gathered all the musical materials that's gonna wait for the audience afterward, so it gives a sense of invitation and a framework of the new world that the audience is about to engage.
A new world waits for my reply. A new world holds me to a promise. Standing by. It's about one moment. That moment you think you know where you stand, but in that one moment, the things that you're sure of slip from your hand, and you've got 1 second to try to be clear, to try to stand tall, but nothing's the same, and the wind starts to blow. Thought you knew, but you didn't have a clue that the surface sometimes cracks to reveal the tracks to a new world.
You have a house on the hill.
You have a job on the coast.
You find a lover you're sure you believe in. You get a ball in the bag.
You get the part of your love.
You hold a ring in your hand. But then the earthquake hits.
Then the bank closes in.
Then you realize you didn't know anything. Nobody told you the best way to steer when the wind starts to blow. And oh, you're suddenly a stranger.
All of a sudden,
Your life is different than you planned, and you have to stay till you somehow find then you might be free.
A new world crashes down like thunder.
Next is a collaboration with a writer and musicians, Kerrigan's and Lodermilk, who have a famously commissioned work which is Henry and Majesty during 2006. The commissions there is a famous and influential song called My Party Dress. Through interview they have confirmed that they drafted up concept with a daring and innocent idea. They musically serve the lyrics, simple and given an accurate space for the lyrics. The lyrics smartly stand as a first-person perspective, giving a vivid and imaginative character with a little girl in the present, bravely and adventurous in her dream.
But that's actually one of very, very few songs in Kate and my collaboration where we wrote it almost completely in the room. We had talked in advance about how we wanted the character of Annie to have a mind that jumped, that would go all the way down one thought and then suddenly just kind of pause for a moment and then leap somewhere else. And it would always be logical, but it would always surprise us with where she was leaping next.
Did you see my party dress? This morning I was feeling dressy. Mother thinks I'll get it messy, but you cannot see where I have spilled. I spilled here, and here, and here, and here. Oh no, that was on my other dress. John Michael stole my birthday cake and Jenna Walker tried to take my crunch and munch. It wasn't fair. I grabbed the punch, I climbed the chair, and then I fell and punch went everywhere. On the floor, on my chair, on his shoes, in her hair. But it wasn't on my party dress. John Michael once made fun of soccer, so I stuffed him in a locker. I play soccer at camp and tumbling and t-ball, and I play piano every night. My dad says I'm a prodigy, but I think I would rather be the FBI or CIA, a secret spy who saves the day. And when I'm finished saving it, I'll play Ode to Joy, Injun Joe, Frere Jacques, Allegro, the Pachelbel Canon, and also this song I wrote. La 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 la.
Other than their success of their collaborations on musical, they also formed a startup called newmusicaltheatre.com, which they signed upcoming musicians, musical theatre performers, and indie collaborators to collaborate on more and more stories and work. They also enhanced on the fan base and community. They focused on YouTube channels, touring, workshop, having a masterclass in school and college. With the strong foundation, they have formed their own commercialized and licensing focus. They focus on their composition available for each performance, licensing shows, for others, theater and school and college, and selling their own music score. Not only touring and composing for music, they have multiple revenue streams. For examples, album sales on digital platform, sheet scoring, licensing, license for shows, and also concert for those live performance.